Welcome everyone to the comments section of our discussion on the bold and the beautiful. Today we are diving deep into the intricate web of emotions, choices, and consequences that define the lives of our beloved characters Carter, Daphne, and Hope. This narrative takes us on a journey through passion, loss, and the search for redemption, inviting us to explore the unpredictable nature of love and the impact of our decisions on our lives. At the beginning of this emotional roller coaster, we witness a moment that seems both spontaneous and fated. Carter and Daphne share a passionate kiss, a moment that, while seemingly impulsive, carries with it the weight of hidden intentions and unspoken desires. For Carter, this kiss was a brief escape from the complexity of his emotions. He knew, however, that it was a fleeting indulgence, a momentary lapse that he could not let spiral into something irreversible. Recognizing the potential fallout from such an impulsive act, Carter felt compelled to explain his actions to Hope. In his explanation, he emphasized that the kiss was born out of a sudden, transient emotion and that he intended to keep it as a singular, isolated occurrence. Furthermore, he reassured Hope by pointing out that Daphne's presence in Los Angeles was only temporary, that she would soon be leaving, thereby alleviating any lingering concerns about her influence on their relationship. While Carter wrestled with his inner conflict, Daphne was far from a passive bystander in this drama. Known for her expertise in matters of the heart, Daphne had meticulously planned her exit from Los Angeles. Her decision to return to Paris was not one made in haste, rather, it was a calculated move designed to leave a lasting impression on Carter. Daphne believed that by removing herself from his immediate surroundings, she could evoke a deep sense of longing in him. The kiss they shared, though brief, was meant to be a seed of nostalgia. A memory that Carter would be forced to revisit whenever he felt her absence. In this way, Daphne's departure was not merely a retreat from a complicated situation but a deliberate strategy to ensure that her presence would linger in Carter's mind long after she had left. The dynamics of their relationship are further complicated by the emotions that the shared kiss ignited. Initially, Carter tried to dismiss the kiss as nothing more than a momentary impulse, a simple mistake that could be forgotten. However, as the days passed and the reality of Daphne's imminent departure set in, Carter began to feel the pangs of regret and longing. The memory of that kiss, once a casual, almost trivial encounter, transformed into a symbol of what might have been. It represented a connection that, despite its brief nature, had the power to stir deep emotions. Carter found himself caught in a bittersweet web of remembrance and remorse, unable to shake off the feeling that he had lost something valuable, even if it was only for a moment. Just as the intricate plans of love and longing were unfolding, fate intervened in the most tragic manner. Daphne, having boarded a flight to Paris as part of her carefully laid-out plan, became the victim of a horrific accident. In an instant, the plane she was on exploded, and with it, the possibility of any future with Carter vanished into thin air. The sudden and violent loss of Daphne sent shockwaves through the lives of everyone involved. For Carter, the explosion was not just a physical tragedy, it was the shattering of a hope, a future, and a delicate thread of connection that he had taken for granted. Overcome with grief, Carter's anguish was palpable as he wept uncontrollably, mourning the loss of the woman he had both cherished and taken for granted. In the wake of Daphne's untimely death, the ripple effects of loss extended to Hope, who had already been grappling with her own complex feelings about Carter. When Hope realized that Carter's heart might have been touched by Daphne's presence more deeply than he had ever admitted, she felt an overwhelming sense of betrayal and disappointment. The revelation that Carter might have harbored feelings for Daphne, even if only momentarily, undermined the trust and security that formed the foundation of their relationship. Confronted with the painful reality of Carter's divided affections, Hope decided that she could no longer remain in a relationship built on such fragile grounds. With a heavy heart, she chose to break up with Carter, believing that the love they once shared was irreparably tainted by the complexities of infidelity, regret, and unspoken emotions. The impact of these events was not limited to the emotional realms of love and betrayal. It also signaled a turning point in the professional life of Hope. Having lost the anchor that was her career at Forrester Creations, Hope found herself at a crossroads. The familiar streets of Los Angeles and the secure environment of her job no longer provided the solace they once did. Instead, they became reminders of the past, of love lost and trust betrayed. Determined to escape the shadows of her former life, Hope made the bold decision to leave Los Angeles behind. She packed her memories along with her belongings and set out on a journey to find herself anew in a place where the ghosts of her past could not follow. Carter, too, underwent a profound transformation in the aftermath of these tragedies. The weight of losing both Daphne and Hope was too heavy to bear, and it forced him to confront the hollowness of the ambitions that had once defined him. The pursuit of power at Forrester Creations, which had been a source of pride and identity, suddenly seemed trivial in the face of personal loss. In an act of surprising humility, Carter decided to return control of Forrester Creations to Ridge. A symbolic gesture of letting go of his former self and the relentless pursuit of power. This decision marked not only a professional turning point but also a deep personal reckoning. Carter realized that the true value of life lay not in the accumulation of power or the fleeting pleasures of physical intimacy, but in the enduring connections that define our humanity. Yet, even as Carter tried to rebuild his life by renouncing his past ambitions, the memories of lost love continued to haunt him. In the quiet moments that followed, as he sat alone with his thoughts, Carter found himself overwhelmed by an undeniable longing for hope. Despite the pain and heartbreak that had driven them apart, the bond they once shared remained a beacon of what might still be salvaged. The recollection of Hope's laughter, her gentle support during difficult times, and the promise of a future filled with mutual respect and understanding stirred something deep within him. It was as if the passage of time had only intensified his realization that love, once ignited, is never truly extinguished. Driven by this newfound clarity, Carter embarked on a quest to find hope, hoping against hope that their paths might cross once again. His search was not merely an attempt to reclaim a lost love, but also a journey of self-discovery, a bid to atone for past mistakes, and a desperate effort to recapture the essence of what it meant to truly live. The film leaves us with an open-ended question, inviting us to ponder whether Hope and Carter can ever reunite. Can the shattered pieces of their once beautiful connection be mended, or are they destined to remain as bittersweet memories of what once was? The uncertainty of their future is a reminder that life, much like the intricate plot of this film, is filled with unexpected twists and turns. Throughout The Bold and the Beautiful, the lives of Carter, Daphne, and Hope serve as poignant reminders of the fragility of love and the complexities of human relationships. Each character, with their own dreams, fears, and regrets, represents the many facets of the human heart. Daphne's calculated charm and willingness to take risks, Carter's internal battle between ambition and emotion, and Hope's courageous quest for self-renewal all converge to create a narrative that is as captivating as it is heartbreaking. The story teaches us that every choice, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, can have far-reaching consequences that ripple through our lives in ways we may never fully understand. In many ways, the film is an exploration of the timeless struggle between fate and free will. The characters' actions, driven by both passion and pragmatism, remind us that while we may try to control our destinies, life often has plans of its own. Daphne's tragic end, for instance, underscores the cruel unpredictability of fate. A sudden explosion that abruptly ends a carefully crafted plan, leaving Carter and Hope to grapple with the devastating aftermath. It is a stark reminder that while we may be the authors of our own stories, there are forces beyond our control that can alter the narrative in an instant. As we reflect on the journey of these characters, we also come to understand that loss and pain are inevitable parts of life. Yet, it is in our response to these challenges that we find the true measure of our strength. Carter's decision to relinquish his power at Forrester Creations, and Hope's bold choice to start anew in a different place, illustrate that sometimes, letting go is the only way to heal and move forward. Their stories invite us to consider the possibility that even in the face of overwhelming sorrow, there is always room for growth, forgiveness, and the hope of new beginnings. Ultimately, The Bold and the Beautiful is a celebration of the human spirit, the capacity to love deeply, to endure unimaginable loss, and to rise again from the ashes of our former selves. It challenges us to look beyond the surface of our everyday interactions and to recognize that every smile, every tear, and every moment of vulnerability is a testament to the resilience of the human heart. The film's open-ended conclusion, with Carter's quest to find hope, leaves us with a sense of cautious optimism. It hints that while the journey to reconciliation may be fraught with obstacles, the possibility of mending broken hearts is never entirely out of reach. Thank you for joining us on this detailed exploration of the emotional and dramatic journey presented in The Bold and the Beautiful. We hope that the intertwined stories of Carter, Daphne, and Hope have resonated with you, sparking reflections on love, loss, and the enduring quest for personal redemption. Your thoughts, opinions, and interpretations are incredibly valuable, so please feel free to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this analysis, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and hit that notification bell for more engaging content. Until next time, goodbye and thank you for watching.